It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off the play action, you got an all-star in the making.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Here we go.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal.
Go.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Mooney, the motion man right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here we go.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Following the made field goal, out instead is the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick this away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
Love from the gun. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Demarcus Walker showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. To throw is Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Go.
Herbert powering up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. As they've got it as we resume action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And here's Trenton Gill now. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out, and the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Blue check, yellow, line, black block, check white.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A toss left side for Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. -9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos on to try the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when he would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post. Right.
Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Love. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Love now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game, he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Jones now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 77 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
That's caught. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Love going to break the huddle and lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Love looking to throw it. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. You got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They juked him. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And the Packer first down.
They'll go again to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Oh, O'Donnell, he's on the punt as he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking for the end zone. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. Lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
On third down, Herbert.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on third down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Switch red, switch yellow, blue check. Yellow, Lonnie, black swap.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On 1st and 10, Love.
Right side to Watson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Love from the gun on 3rd down.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Herbert once more.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
44 yards. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Love.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Foreman.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
A handoff for Herbert.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. They took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Set, hut. Ready.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
One last shot now for Love. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys are...